When you get a new set of data that is either coming from a file or an API and it's in JSON or XML format, the boring part, and obviously the part you don't like to do, is creating all those files. Lucky for you, there's a solution. Hey chatters, my name's Brendan, and today on DevChatter, we're going to be taking a look at a few things that Visual Studio can do for you that are going to make your life a little bit easier. Let's get started. So back to that JSON and XML that we've got. You need to create some classes for that. That's a tedious job. So what are we going to do? Well, thankfully, Visual Studio has this nice little option in the Edit menu. If you take a look, it's got Edit and then Paste Special. And once you're in there, you can choose either JSON or XML. It doesn't know what's on your clipboard, so sadly you still have to tell it which one you've got. Yes, I know it could probably intelligently figure it out based on reading that data, but meh, at least it does this. So once we click it, and we've got our code in our clipboard, we go to the file that we want to put it in, and boom! We've got a whole bunch of code that was created from that JSON. And if you'll notice, there's still one little problem. See it? Yeah, root object. That's what it called it. Why? JSON doesn't have a name for that root level object. What are we going to do? Rename it. Look, if that's the thing you have to do, that's easy. The next thing, if we scroll down, you'll notice it didn't figure out that our number was supposed to be an integer, and it put it in as a string. Now, for some of that stuff, it can tell what it is, and it will put it in. If it can figure it out, it does. If it's unsure, it leaves it as a string. Why? Because everything in JSON's a string, so that's a pretty safe bet. And you can then just go change those details, but that's a lot easier than typing it all from scratch. Finding files in Visual Studio got really easy a ways back when they tried to start competing with all the third-party tools that helped you search for files. Now we've got great ways of finding files by both name and by type, or finding the methods or the file name. But did you know that you can actually search based on the first letter of each of those? What you have to do in each one is just look at the Pascal casing and say, hey, let's start with the first letter. If you watch up there, you'll see that all we have to do is go first letter, first letter, first letter, and boom, there's our type. And if that's not good enough, you could also put in the first letter, followed by another letter, and then hey, look at that. Now we can find the type, and we don't even have to know exactly what it is every time. So if we knew, for example, oh geez, I don't remember it, but it ends in factory, you can just start with F and type factory, and it's going to find, as long as you started in capital, it's going to find every one of the factories in your solution. Awesome. Hopefully you don't have too many factories in your solution, but I thought it made a funny example. A fight I'm sure you've never gotten into on your team is over tabs and spaces. I'm sure you've never heard that among developers. We are so good about that, not arguing over which one's better and which one to use in which cases. There are some good arguments both ways. I'm not going to start a flame war in here by mentioning which side I'm on at any given time. My main point is that your team should agree on one and stick to it. And on some teams, you might have someone that says, hey, you accidentally put this instead of that, or this instead of that, or someone's got this or that. If you want to actually take a look at what's going on, well, congratulations. Visual Studio has the ability to show you the white space. It will make it visible. Once you press Ctrl-RW, it does that. And you might be saying, whoa, that's weird. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. You get dots, you get arrows. Dots for spaces, arrows for tabs. But you can tell them apart. And what a lovely file. As you can see, we've got both mixed tabs and spaces, so some lines have tabs, some have spaces. We also have some lines with tabs and spaces. And in addition to that, we've got trailing white space. So if you've ever run across that kind of stuff in your code, just turn on visible white space. You don't have to be someone that keeps it on all the time. You can just turn it on real quick, take a look, turn it off. You don't have to keep it on all the time if that looks crazy for you. But I still recommend you try it and take a look. Might help you keep that clean sometime if your team's having problems. Before we jump into our final tip, I do want to remind you, if you like this video, to go ahead and click the like button and subscribe down below. And if we missed your favorite tip, don't worry, we're making more videos in the future, and you should tell us down below in the comments which awesome features of Visual Studio are your favorite. In a recent version of Visual Studio, specifically 17.3, they added in a new feature for all of those people that love to keep all of their tabs open at all times in their browser. And if you do that the same in Visual Studio, Maybe you say, hey, until I'm done with this task, I want to have all the tabs open for all the stuff I'm doing. Congratulations, they've got a new feature just for you. They added multiple tab rows. So if you are on 17.3 or newer of Visual Studio 2022, you can go into the Options menu and search for tabs. And congratulations, there's a little checkbox. Go ahead and tick that box. And ta-da! Now you have multiple rows of tabs. So you can have as many files open at the same time as you like. Congratulations, and have fun. Hey, thanks for joining us on DevChatter Day. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button down below. More importantly than that, we also have a Twitch live stream. If you go ahead and check out twitch.tv/devchatter, you can find me and the rest of our community on there for our live stream. And check out our Discord as well. That's another great place to see what's going on. Happy coding!